Hi everybody, it's Bosco Nick, Find Your Truth. So, there's a lot of things going on everywhere, all over the continental America, especially when it comes to children, child trafficking, all kinds of sick stuff like that, you know, and a lot of people would never think that it would get that bad here. A lot of us truthers knew it was coming. Let's speak about some of that stuff. I mean, it's all truth, you know. I mean, we're here to basically talk and debate on, you know, what's going on respectfully between each other as Americans. And I think we should do that. We should all get away from the left-right paradigm of you know, democracy and republicanism and liberalism and blah 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 isms, because it's all a dog and pony show. What we need to do is just simply put out the facts. I'm gonna make another video once it gets a little nicer. Right now it's raining. I'm gonna put in another video about my area that I live in, and I want to show you what is going on with the wildlife in our area, and how we aren't allowed to basically set foot on most of the mountains and paths and trails without paying for your freedom. We are in a totalitarian tiptoe, as David Icke would kindly put it, and I respect that man. He's very intelligent. But let's dive into a little bit of the trafficking situation and with children, shall we? There's an organization that is no longer secret. They put it out in the open, and every time you drive east or west, you'll see their signs on every roadway, every highway, where you go, and there's a lodge in every town. Now, I think you know where I'm going with this. We're going with Freemasons. Just the blue Freemasons. We're not going to talk about the Jesters or the Shriners or any other one of those levels of Freemasonry. Let's just talk about the locals, because in order to traffic people from area to area, place to place, without being caught right away, you would need an easier way to transport people, right? So, your Freemason lodges, now, I know a lot of people say, oh, Freemasons aren't bad, they do a lot of good for the area. Well, yeah, I mean, they might seem like they do, but look what they deal with. They deal with children. Children. All the time. And it's always like they support boys and girls basketball teams, football teams, baseball teams, wrestling, soccer, any type of sporting event. And if anybody knows anything about Freemasonry and the right-left paradigm, you'll understand that. Oh, hold on.
Call from.
You'll understand that it's all a right-left paradigm. Pick a side. Pick a team. You know, who's going to win, who's going to lose. And we all have this mentality that it's just a sport, you know, so on and so forth. But in the way I've looked at things off and on, it seems like programming. You know, they're programming you to be divided, or to pick a side, or to pick a team, or, you know, even look at a baseball field, just the way it's shaped. Like, it's shaped just like a square and compass. I'm not saying that I'm 100% accurate that that's what baseball is based off of or made from, or who created it, but I will say that coincidences just aren't coincidences anymore. We're starting to realize that things are happening for a reason, by someone or something or some force or something along them lines. So I just wanted to make a little quick vid to kind of put it out there, get your brains thinking a little bit. These people, they support children. Now, are they supporting the children, or are some of these children being trafficked? Are some of these children being sexually abused and warped, or what I would like to call they're being molded and ready to be the next leaders of your area, or the next leaders of your country, or so on and so forth. They're being groomed. They're being, I don't even know any other terms to use for it. But in my way of looking at it, it's disgusting. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't even have to think of this kind of stuff. So we need to start paying attention. Follow the money. Following the money is a big key to the puzzle, a big key to our answers. While the rest of us are diving into poverty, some people really have their shit together. They collect like commodities or like silver and gold, which is real money, because the money we're using is not real money. It is fiat currency, okay, which once again is ran by a Zionist Masonic group. And all of your Freemasons are Zionists. Doesn't really matter which group it is. It's Judaism without being Jewish. Okay? And they like to claim it as Judaism. There are a lot of good Jewish people out there. There's also probably more bad than good. That goes the same for any country, any place, anywhere in the world. But they're being controlled. Those people are being manipulated. They read, either anything that is read from the Talmud is evil. The other one, I believe, is the Torah, which isn't. It's more like a Bible than it is like sacrificing people to some foreign entity of a greater power, so they think. And the best way to get a good look at that is look at who Israel's leaders are. Okay, you got Netanyahu, who is a complete Yahoo. Okay, he basically, he's the guy basically giving all the information to any country that is involved in the military-industrial complex. He is one of the head guys who I'm pretty sure is backed up 100% by the Rothschilds, central banking cartel. And, it's basically truth in plain sight. These people can't really do anything to you or your country or your constitution or your rights without putting something out there to let you know, hey, we're going to screw you over. I mean, look at Amschel Rothschild, what he said. Give me control of a nation's money and I care not who makes its laws. That right there should just wake people up immediately. We should be attacking these central banks. And I don't mean like physically attacking them or angrily attacking them or maliciously attacking them. I mean, we need to knowledgeably let them know, hey, we know who you are, what you're doing, and how wrong it is. And you need to pack up and go. Period. Go back to wherever it is you came from. We don't want you. We want our money back. Not some made up, fictitious corporate entity that has more power than our government and the people. Because right here, I'll show you. I carry this in my vehicle all the time. And it's got everything in there. Everything. I got everything in there. The United States of America, the Bill of Rights, the amendments, the Declaration of Independence, and the Articles of Confederacy. And until they really move into this dictatorship or regime or totalitarianism and completely make it a police state. That's why I did the one video on police state. I wanted to get it out there and break it down for people so they understand what that really is. Because, I mean, there's a lot of truthers out there that do understand what it is, but they don't have a grasp on how fast it's really moving. Matter of fact, David Icke said we're doing a totalitarian tiptoe. Right now, we're running. We are running into totalitarianism. And if nobody stands up for what they believe in, we're going to lose. We're going to lose everything. And then it'll be too late to stand up to do anything. They'll just put you on a cattle car and ship you off to some concentration camp, and they're going to kill you. Or try to re-educate you. Basically brainwash you. Let's take movies for example. We all sit there, we watch movies of this this guy who is totally against, the establishments or governments or whatever, and he's like an underdog, and people love him. They love that individual. They love the underdog. They love how he defeats the corporations and all these bad people. But then they go out into the real world and they do nothing. They pay their taxes, they accept their slavery, they do whatever. And honestly, that's part of that's part of the brainwashing, and people really need to wake up. Become a critical thinker. Stop accepting and getting on your knees and bowing to this all fake power when the Creator is probably the greatest power ever. If you like what I'm doing here, you can subscribe, hit the like button, share, and you can also support me on my PayPal. Have a good day.